Riddle me this and riddle me that. Is the new Batman film a good film? The answer is no. It is not a good film. It is a really, really good film. Hello, welcome to Paddy Man Entertainment. I am Paddy, and in this video I am doing my review on Matt Reeves' The Batman. Starring with Robert Pattinson playing Bruce Wayne, aka The Batman, co-starring along with Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, Paul Dano as the Riddler, and along with many big names, which I will get into in this review. The movie was directed by Matt Reeves, who is known to direct Dawn and War of the Planet of the Apes. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. The story of this film takes place in the year 2 of Batman's career as the vengeful Dark Knight, when all of a sudden a mysterious green masked man who calls himself the Riddler starts taking down powerful people of Gotham and leaves a path of riddles for the Batman. Batman is set on the task and uses his detective skills to figure out who is the Riddler, why is he doing this, and what is his end goal. Throughout the film though, the Batman does also investigate other conspiracies, which I won't get into. The film is not an origin story of Bruce Wayne's becoming Batman, but the early days of him already being the Batman. In the film though, he meets characters part of the Batman universe, like Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman, Oswald Cobblepot, aka the Penguin, and along with Carmine Falcone, the big mafia boss of Gotham. And all these characters have big parts to play in this film, while Batman is solving the mystery to the Riddler's motives. I really enjoyed this movie. Like, the first 7 minutes gets you straight right into this crazy ride of a film. The cinematography in this film was done by Craig Fraser, who has done films the likes of the new Dune that came out last year, Star Wars Rogue One, and he also did a few episodes of The Mandalorian. So, kind of gives you a good idea what type of cinematography we have for this film. His cinematography for the Batman, I got to say, was beautifully done. Like, the shots used to show off this unpleasant, rough scenery of Gotham made it look like a chaos environment. This Gotham feels so immersive, it's like stepping into a new world, a corrupted world with endless amounts of violence. Gotham itself is its own character. It's dark, it's gloomy, a rough city with endless amounts of crime. So I felt like Fraser knew exactly what he was doing when filming these scenes. Now let's talk about performance-wise in this film. And I gotta say, spot on for every actor they got for this film. Nailed their roles, all of them. Robert Pattinson's performance was really good. Definitely created his own version of the Batman when comparing the likes of Christian Bale's and Michael Keaton's. When they announced that he was going to play the Batman, people were really not happy with his choice. Most mainly know him for the Twilight films, and that's what really put people off. However though, Pattinson has done other films besides the Twilight films, and his acting in them is like way better than the dark, romantic vampire movies that, well, people mainly know him for. Damsel and The Lighthouse are good ones that I recommend. His acting in them two films was really good. Like, it's definitely a difference between his Twilight ones, but yeah, he can act. He can act, people. He's not just that lover vampire guy who's just got that weird looking hairstyle. Anyway, moving on. I feel like if I go and see the film one more time, I might actually consider him to be the best Batman. However, that's just the thought I had. I still love Michael Keaton's and Christian Bale's Batman. I grew up with them too, so it would be hard to drift away and go on Team Pattinson. There are moments in the film where he narrates as the Batman, showing his inner thoughts, which I thought really worked for the film because he lets us all know what the state of Gotham is in and why he's trying to become this protector for this chaotic city. With the help of a cop, Jeffrey Wright plays James Gordon, who helps Batman on his quest to hunting down the Riddler. I only ever seen this actor in the Bond films, but I know he is praised by many for his performance in the Westworld series, which is something I need to watch. I really like his take on the role as Gordon. You can tell he is like the only good cop in the GCPD they have. Zoe Kravitz was also good. Not like Michelle Pfeiffer, but she was really good. However, this character though is a lot different to the Catwoman in past films. In the film, they never once called her Catwoman, but her actual name is Selina Kyle. Like, she is known to be a jewel thief in the comics and films, but in this movie, she has her own personal motives for what she does, which I won't spoil, but it makes her character more interesting and makes the audience feel more curious about who she really is. Another good performance was Colin Farrell's Penguin, which you could not tell it was him with all the prosthetics and the fat suit he's wearing. Like, look at this guy, like, look at the image here, like, you would not believe that was Colin Farrell under there. Like, that's just crazy. They did a really good job with the makeup, like, it's unbelievable. It's just, wow. I was shocked when I first saw him in that look. He just, like I said, doesn't look like him, but he did a good job. Well done, Colin Farrell. In the film, his nickname is the Penguin by many, but some people call him Oz, which is short for Oswald. He plays the right-hand man for the mafia boss, Carmine Falcone, played by John Turturro, which I was surprised because I mainly see this actor in comedy films with Adam Sandler. His performance, however, as the big mafia boss was actually surprisingly good. Like, in the scenes, he felt very intimidating. Like, you could tell that he was one person you did not want to mess with. I like how they had the two characters together because it just shows that these two people are the most top criminals in Gotham, and you know with each scene that they're in that they have all these heavy brutes surrounding them as their bodyguards. So yeah, these are the two characters you did not want to mess in this film. Matt Reeves certainly knew what he was doing when making this movie. I could tell he definitely wanted to make this film more realistic as possible by making this Batman more grounded and not having the likes of Superman, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman, which are all more like fantasy characters. As for the Batman, he's like the most realistic hero that you could have. This film, however, has really given me the Dark Knight vibes. Like, for those of you who don't know, The Dark Knight is like in my top favourite films of all time. When watching Matt Reeves' version of Batman, it felt like I was experiencing watching Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight for the very first time. Like, these two films have two brilliant villain performances from Heath Ledger's Joker and Paul Dano's Riddler. When watching Ledger's performance as the Joker, every scene he's in, you're hypnotised by his acting. You can't turn away because you don't want to miss a split second of his screen time. Same goes for Paul Dano's Riddler. Every scene he's in, I'm like frozen to my seat because how creepy this guy is, but also how terrifying he is as well. Holy crap though, like, what a performance he did. This Riddler is no Jim Carrey. In fact, he is very much different to the ones we know from the comics, video games, cartoon shows. This Riddler is sinister. He's like the Zodiac Killer and Jigsaw from the Saw films as one, leaving ciphers, riddles, and creating deadly traps. Another thing they changed in this film for the character is his name. People know, well, the fans will know that the Riddler's real name is Edward Nygma, but in this film they changed his surname to Nashton. Not Nygma, Nashton. Don't know why they did that, but hey up. The look of Gotham City in this film is what really made me love this film even more. While making the Batman film, they filmed a lot of locations across the UK, from Glasgow and London. One other location they used was the city of Liverpool, which I had the fortune to visit since I don't live far away from the city. I went to St George's Hall where they were filming and went every day for like a week, and I saw Robert Pattinson filming some scenes, which was great. Because I was able to watch them, I was able to see them actually filming it and then seeing the end results on the big screen, which is just amazing feeling, just to see that scene being filmed and then seeing it on the big screen. Like, I watched them film that scene, I was there when they were filming it. That's what it just felt like. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. I really liked that, seeing the end results, so that was great. In the likes of Christopher Nolan's films, they filmed the city of New York and Chicago for their Gotham scenes, which they have done the same in this film, but I liked how they used new locations around the UK to add more of Gotham. In fact, when watching the film, I could just tell that they used the city of Liverpool as its primary location. Now, when trying to figure negative aspects of the film, I can't really think of any. The film itself is so good, the story is good, the performances were great, and the effects and action were brilliant. There is one thing of the film I thought which didn't look too good, but nah, I can't say it because it will just be a spoiler to the people who've not seen the film. But yeah, but so far it's just, I have no issue with the film. The film is just perfect as it is. But just that one moment in the film that I can't say. I can't say it. No, I can't. Now, moving on. Throughout the film, there are many Easter eggs showing that references from comics like Batman Year One and The Long Halloween, which is no surprise because in the past, Matt Reeves has come out and said in an interview which comic books he took inspiration from to make his Batman. I won't go through them in this video for spoiler reasons, but I can say that there are hints to future villains which fans will be familiar in the Batman universe that could make appearances in the future sequel or more, depending how far Matt Reeves wants to take this Batman. In a recent interview, the director has come out saying that he has planted multiple seeds for future villains in the first film. However, these villains may or may not appear in the next film, but the ideas are there if Matt Reeves wants to take the story into that direction. All depends on how well this movie does at the box office, and that the fans also want more as well. Which now leads to the box office. So as recording this review, it is the 14th of March, so far the film has done massively well at the box office. With a budget of $200 million to make, it's grossed across the world and it's earned $463 million. So yeah, it's earned its money back and it's made a big profit, and that's only for 2 weeks in the cinemas so far. So give it another few weeks and it could reach $1 billion, it could, but yeah, it'll definitely reach over 700 million easily, definitely. Also, the merchandise for this film will earn a big amount as well, because, hang on, see, I bought a few Batman pops, as you can see right here, and I've also got a few more pops as well, and also a cool looking Batman figure, which is still in the box, so gotta open that soon. But I've also seen some action figures in the stores as well for kids. This film is age 15 and they're selling Batman figures in store for kids, so I'm just okay, that's how you make the money. Merchandise. I'm vengeance. So yeah, the film's done really well at the box office, but that's not all. Matt Reeves has come out saying that there are multiple projects in the works of spin-off TV series focusing in the city of Gotham. So far, he announced that the Penguin is getting his own series along with James Gordon with the GCPD. But the GCPD idea has apparently evolved into something bigger, and that it's going to relate to Arkham Asylum. So if you play the games, then you're probably going to have a good idea what the series is going to be like. And as I'm doing this review, HBO has officially greenlit the go-ahead for the Penguin Limited series, with Matt Reeves as executive producer along with Colin Farrell. The Batman is a great film, one of which I think will be talked about for many years to come, with its crazy new take of direction for the Caped Crusader, with amazing locations used to create this grunge-looking Gotham City, great performance from a cast, awesome action scenes and effects. The score I'm going to give this film is a 9 out of 10. And that is my review for Matt Reeves' The Batman. Also, I hope you liked the that beginning intro with the little cinematic trailer that I made. That was fun to make, and plus I actually filmed it at St. George's Hall where they filmed The Batman. So that was kind of cool. It was fun to make. Shout out to my brother who helped me film it as well, so cheers for that, bro. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't seen the film yet, then please comment down below to let me know what you're most excited for to see in this film. Also, if you liked the video, then please give it a like. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, then please hit the subscribe button as well. And that's it now. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next video, so take care.